OCs, or original characters. I've introduced you to a few of mine in the past few videos, but it's been actually a long while since I made a new one just for fun. So let's OC. Welcome back everyone. Today we are gonna design an OC around the themes of the current weather, which is all the snow here. It's currently the 11th of December and it is snowing a bunch. Knee-deep snow everywhere. I've looked around my room and I've discovered my little friend here. My plushie, whose name is Mushy. He gave off a bunch of penguin and parrot and toucan vibes, so I thought we might create a character that has an animal companion. It made me think of pirate, but then I was like, a pirate doesn't really have to do a lot with winter and snow and cold. And then it hit me, a Viking. So this is the most similar to pirate in the cold. So let's just open the sketchbook and doodle around. As always, I start with a hard pencil first because I think it is just easier to lay down a light base first and then have an easier time erasing everything. First, let's just draw a tiny little Mushy here. I'm gonna keep the name Mushy. I don't know where that name came from. It was suggested by my sister and it's just been staying ever since. It's like a blob shape. I'll draw him from the side. I don't think I will change a lot about Mushy's design, so credit to whatever company this plushie is from, I guess. Funny story, he was in a shop that I visit quite frequently because it is the closest to an art supply shop we have, and I was visiting him every time I went there. He's super soft and I cuddled him and then I put him back in the shelf for a later time because I was always like, I don't need a plushie, come on, I'm an adult now, I don't need a plushie. Until one day, he was not in the shelf where I left him all the time. And I freaked out, like, where is my little toucan buddy? Until I found him. And the wash of relief that I felt made me realize I might actually want this little plushie for myself. So I got him. And now he's standing on my desk while I play video games. And sometimes I cuddle him because he's so soft. This Mushy from the side. God, from the front will be funny. I'll just draw what I see from this angle. This is where his beak comes out and the tip is around here of the beak. These circles actually make then the perspective also easier to come across. So this is our little bird character, Mushy. And now we need a Viking whose animal this is. And I'm also thinking about like a harsh contrast. So like a super badass Viking with the derpiest little pet companion ever. Head is really off. I didn't warm up at all today, so this might be a process. It's gonna be fun to watch. Alright, first super rough sketch. Time to make it all as light as possible and carry on from here. Gonna have super strong muscles. That's all I got. She's super strong, badass, and he has a derpy pet follower. I've been doing a lot of digital art recently too. I wanted to press M in order to mirror this. Alright, I think this is the best foundation I can whip up now for the first try of, well, what is actually gonna be on this character. The shoulders are a bit off, but well, it's too late now to turn back. Maybe a scar down the face. Ooh, and a blind eye. That sounds cool. Yeah, this eye is blind. The other one is not. Ha ha ha. Hell yeah. I love myself some cliche character designs. You know what can never miss on a badass character? A tunnel. I just want to give them a piercing somehow. Also a septum. This character is gonna match me only in the accessory realm, not in actual badassery. Focusing on the head. As always, way too small. Hope you can see well. I also had a thought of giving them maybe an undercut and a mohawk. I don't know how they would style this back in the day of no hair gel. Guess it's the blood of the enemies that makes the hair clumpy. Ooh, but I also thought, hang on, I've also got a lot of inspiration from the show Arcane, which everyone has probably watched. And I love Jinx's design with the super long braids, so maybe this fits here as well. Should I go 1 or 2? Or are we gonna go insane and go with 3? Like Meg from Dead by Daylight, just with one short one in the middle. So the middle one is just gonna go till here, and the rest are gonna go till the ground. Yeah, I like that more than the mohawk. This is the quickest way of getting the idea across that these are braids. Let's give up and go a new direction, because I really don't like this. Let's go with like more quicker ideas. At that point, I really got into the zone and basically didn't talk at all anymore, so let me just explain to you what I was doing. You can see I opened a reference on my phone in the bottom left, and I kept referencing from there because I have an entire folder on my phone with references. And once I was satisfied with my tiny sketch with the outfit and everything, I decided to heck with it and start doing the big illustration of that character. Which I will regret down the line, but I mean, you're gonna see that in a small bit. I start to just basically put down the groundwork. Yeah, my camera did a little time skip here, but I did a circle for the head and the line of motion, put down the legs and arms where I want them to generally be, and then basically just add the flesh to the character, and then over top that flesh, the clothes. And then from there on, I just go into more and more detail. I work usually on the whole illustration at once, in stages. Like first it's the bones, then the flesh, then the clothes, and then the fine details. And the fine details, I stay longer in one area to define them, I guess. And this is my favorite stage, where I take my where I take my soft pencil and just put down what I actually want this to look like. I'm gonna blend in that picture right now. Later I fixed her face after the lining and everything with a piece of paper that I glued on top, because her face was just really awful in my opinion. So I had to fix that right there. How that, like in the small picture or in the first sketch and then the second sketch, you can't really see that she has a shovel. I just decided to add that because I needed Mushi to sit somewhere in that pose that she did. And I mean, that shovel has sharp edges. That can hit someone over the head real well. Let's see what happens if I line it. You know what? Screw it. Who cares about detailing before I line? Let's just go ahead and continue with this character. Yeah, and then I decided to line it, like I said, not
putting in too much detail because I just wanted to heck with it. Because I was really unhappy with what I put down, but like in post I really like some certain aspects, like her legs, how they pick out, and how she's holding the axe and how the axe is gonna later turn out, and all the small details in her braids. That's what I like. I mean, I dislike the face, but that's usual in my art because for some reason faces are always my nemesis. They never turn out the way I like them. Yeah. You can see the spikes at the bottom of her braids. I was thinking, because she is a Viking, she's not wearing a typical Viking helmet, but I still wanted to get this typical Viking aspect in her. So I added at the bottom of the braids some braid helmet, I guess. It's like a metal piece with spikes at the end. So I guess if she whips around fast enough, she can knock someone out with those. I'm just guessing. Yeah. Yeah, this short break that you're seeing now, I looked up another reference, this time for a Viking axe, and then reference from that. This I didn't have on my phone, so I just googled Viking axe, and then drew the details with the line here, which I usually never do. I just really went to heck with it this time, where I just drew in all the details with liner. I guess I can learn something from that, is to not do that. Never, ever. I mean, you can do it, but later you're gonna see that I made a bunch of mistakes with the liner because I didn't give myself enough.
Like, it's actually not as bad as I thought, but you know, I've done better. I've done better art before. Oops. She's got no skirt back here. There you go. So let's add like some shading to the parts that are more in the background so that we can tell them apart. Oh my god. Okay, gonna go over the things that I want to fix now with my edding so that they're hidden behind a wall of white so that I may try again. Yeah, I think this is as much as I can salvage this piece. Maybe I'm gonna revisit this character and try my hand at it again to get it better, but yeah, I really like this. Sadly, not my original idea. Again, heavily inspired by Jinx from Arcane. But yeah, I really want to make this my own. And 3 braids, you know, is not the same as 2 long braids, right? It's 3. I don't know where she gets all that hair from. Maybe from all the raids she does. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this train wreck of a sketchbook spread fill. And I hope to see you the next time. Bye!